into it, trying to hinge forward, okay? All right, let's take 3 cleansing breaths to transition. So breathe in through the nose and out through an open mouth. Nice audible sigh. That tonal breath of releasing tension and anxiety. Bring yourself to the present moment by finding 3 things in your room that you can identify and say to yourself. I'm here, I am present, I'm in this moment. 3 things that you can hear. Sound of your breath, my voice. 3 things that you can feel. Feet connected to the earth, air temperature, clothes on the skin. From this place of present moment is where we find stability. And we want to practice being in that place of stability. So if it feels good and right, you feel you're in your safe container in this place, invite the eyes to close. And begin to take that tour of the inner landscape of your body. Who and how did you bring yourself in today? In what condition are you physically? What parts of your body do you need to invite additional loving kindness to? And knowing full well that we never push through pain. We acknowledge it, thank it for its presence, for teaching us something, and be gentle. What's the mind body like? How many thoughts are racing through your head minute to minute? Give your mind that job. Give it a mantra. Stay connected with your breath. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. In our yoga practice, we like to practice from a place of rest, relax, and digest. So lengthening the exhalation is always helpful to calm the nervous system. So if you're still feeling antsy, impatient, crawling out of your skin, lengthen that exhalation. Full breath in as the belly softens and rounds. Invite the side ribs to expand and the chest to broaden. And then as you exhale, either through your nose or through pursed lips, long, slow exhalation. Breathing in, I calm my body. Pause at the top of that breath if you can, and then breathe long and slow, inviting the mind to calm. You're here for practice, nothing else. There's nothing else you need to be doing. No one you need to be speaking with, no one you need to be thinking about. Stay inward. And I sent you a poem yesterday. And this poem by David White has so much to say in so few words. So I'm going to read the poem and then just tell you a little bit what I think about it. And it doesn't mean it's right, it just means it's what I see. You may see something different. Be taught now, among the trees and rocks, how the discarded is woven into shelter. Learn the way things hidden and unspoken slowly proclaim their voice in the world. Find that far inward symmetry to all outward appearances. Apprentice yourself to yourself. Begin to welcome back all you sent away. Be a new annunciation. Make yourself a door through which to be hospitable, even to the stranger in you. Wow. So first, be taught now. So it means be open to learning, be taught in past tense, right? Among trees and rocks, how the discarded is woven into shelter. So trees and nature will discard the leaves and branches, and birds will make nests and homes and shelters. They'll make habitats out of that for the animals. But we do that for ourselves sometimes too, as we discard that which we either can't grasp, can't accept at the moment, and we weave a shelter around our heart, around ourselves as protection, just as the animals do. But that's not always a helpful thing to do because we push away, right? And so much of this past month, we've talked about welcome everything, push nothing away. It says, learn the way things hidden and unspoken slowly proclaim their voice in the world. You can't hide from that which is. So your body tells the story, right? So whatever you're pushing away, your body is still absorbing that, and your body tells the story, and you'll begin to feel that in your body through aches and pains, through tightness, through tension in your body. So we can't completely build a shelter. Find that far inward symmetry to all outward appearances. So whatever we're feeling on the inside needs to come out on the outside too. So if we're always cheerful, happy, but we're suffering inside, that's not symmetry. So whatever we're feeling on the inside, we invite and allow that to be expressed in an outward way as well, so that we find that true authentic self, that person who we really are. And some people will let that in, others we may still keep that shelter up, but it's a mindful thing, it's a decision. And then apprentice yourself to yourself. So at that beginning, be taught now. Who is the teacher? You. Apprentice yourself to yourself. An apprentice is somebody who learns from somebody, you, in a kind and gentle and long-term way. So it's not something you learn rotely. It's something you take time and you watch and you learn and you study and you feel and you touch, and you be present with that person and everything they're doing, and you learn from that person. And that is you. You are your best teacher. Begin to welcome back all you sent away. So what have you sent away? What can you consider opening the heart, making a little slit in that shelter and starting to open and let that come back in? All right, welcome everything, push nothing away. And why? Because if the mind, if we're just working from the mind is a problem solver. It ruminates, it makes up stories. But if we welcome the sensations, the feeling, the emotions in our body, let our body deal with those sensations. What does fear feel like? Where do you feel it in your body? Where does hatred feel in your body? Anxiety, where do you feel that in your body? So instead of trying to figure out why, where, who, how, what in the head and ruminate through that, open that slit through your shelter, let it feel inside your body, because the body wants to heal. It knows how to heal. It knows how to deal with those emotions in the present moment, in that place of stability. And then make yourself a door through which to be hospitable. So opening that door, opening that slit hospitably, all right, with grace, with patience, as you would welcome your best friend into your door, with a hug to yourself, even to the stranger in you. I don't know you, I'm not sure I'm letting you in, but is it possible to welcome it all? So that's something you can meditate on for a long time. There's a lot in that poem, a lot in those words, or maybe that's just the way you read it. It's nothing like the way I've read it, but up to you. So our practice today is stretching. It's about breaking out of that which locks you in. So say we've been underground through that pandemic to some degree. Now it's time to just blossom forward and come out into the sun and just bloom, blossom. Let all that there is just shine forward. I said, shake off old ideas of who you think you are and see now who you have become. And I'm going to suggest that you are brave and amazing. You are brave. You are amazing. So bring your hands to your heart. You brave and amazing people. And take a breath. Lower your head down to your heart. Open that slit. Welcome all, or begin the process. And then bow. Lower your hands down to your heart, down to your thighs, and lift your head up. Take a breath in, big breath out. Breath in, big breath out. My spring, the flowers blooming, the hummingbirds flittering about. Find something springy. All right, and start to roll the shoulders. Let's just make some circles with our torso, kind of burrowing out of the ground. You've seen the crocus pop up, the daisy, the daffodils popping up. And outside my window, I have one tree on my cityscape sidewalk. Go the other direction. It's a maple tree, and those blossoms are starting to come forward, and it's just wonderful. I've seen the robins coming back. So spring is here. We are here. We are spring. All right, get settled. Turn your head over towards your right shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. See what you can see. New perspectives. Bring the head back to center. Look the other direction. Movement in the neck. We're going to work and stretch all the muscles of our body. One more time with the breath. Inhale. As you exhale, turn your head over your right shoulder. Look a little bit further. Let your eyes keep looking over your shoulder. Let the neck follow your eyes. And then come back to center. Full breath in. Look the other direction. Let the eyes look over your shoulder. And back to center again. Full breath in. Lower your chin to your chest and sweep your right ear over your right shoulder. Roll the shoulders back and let that weight hang down those left fingertips. Let it be heavy as you get that stretch from earlobe to shoulder, all the way down the fingers. Breathe in and just allow that stretch to occur. Allow, allow, allow. And turn your palm up. Full breath in and walk the arm back behind you. Feel that fascial stretch in the bicep region all across the arm where the chest connects to the arm. And then bring the arm forward, stretch across the back of the neck, stretch a little bit further, reach, 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 reach with those fingertips. Feel that stretch all the way in the back body. And then back to center. Lower the hand back to the thigh. Keep the head tilted and lift the chin up. Lift the chin up. So it's a diagonal no, chin lifts up, and then lower the chin back towards your right shoulder. Take it as far as it will go. And then just a couple with the breath. As you breathe in, lift that chin up. And as you exhale, lower the chin back towards that right shoulder. Nice and easy. One more time. Lift that chin up. This time, jut your chin forward. Lower teeth over upper teeth. Bring the jaw back and bring the chin back to that right shoulder and sweep your chin back to center. Lift your head up, just bobble that around. Take a moment just to notice that side. If it feels any different than the other side, and we'll go to the left side. So lower the chin to the chest and sweep the chin over towards that left ear, and right fingertips reach. If you're holding a 25-pound weight, just allow those fingertips to reach for the earth. Get that stretch from earlobe to shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Let the tension and stress trickle down the shoulder, down the fingers. And then turn the palm up, reach the hand back behind you. A little stretch from where the arm connects to the shoulder. And reach a little bit further with those fingers. Make everything mindful today. Stay connected with your body. So we say get out of the head and into the body. Come back to center and reach those arms forward, stretch and reach. Feel the stretch in the back. So in present moment, with that place of being in stability, we can really allow the mind to have a respite as we stay connected to the sensations you feel inside your body. Where do you notice this stretch? And come back to center. Keep the hand back on the thighs now, and then lift your chin up. Keep it at a diagonal, and then lower back down towards your left shoulder. Look as far as you can go. See how much movement you have in that neck. Lift up. Take the eyes up. Let the eyes follow. Exhale back toward over the shoulder. Try not to lean over to that left side. Keep the sitting bones on the equator. Now that the chin is lifted up, jut your bottom teeth over top of your top, over your top. And back to center, lower the head back down. Sweep your chin back to your chest and lift the head back up. Shake it out. All right, let's just do some exaggerated shoulder rolls. So way up towards the ears, way back, elbows pressed together. Reach the fingers down and then forward, slouch the shoulders forward. Then take them up, back, feel the shoulder blades moving on your body, fingertips down and roll the shoulders forward. You should feel the shoulder blades all in the back bra strap area. One more time, shoulders up, way back, good. Down and forward. Good. Now fingertips on the shoulders. Let the elbows up as high as they'll go. And exhale back down and around, warming up the shoulders. I get that. So take it slow. What do you sense inside your body? What do you feel inside? Interoception is what we sense from the inside out. Hunger, thirst, sensation, pain, all that stuff. Right? What do we notice? Proprioception is where is our body in space? That's from the outward in. So we're really focusing on interoception today. What do we sense from the inside out? One more full breath in. Exhale back down and around. Let's do cat-cow this way. So press your elbows forward, lengthen your spine, soften your shoulders down, and draw the elbows in the direction of each other, taking the chin towards the chest and round your back body. Curl in like a little snail. Pause here for a minute and try to stretch your shoulder blades apart a 1/4 inch more with your back muscles. Now lift and lengthen back up. Open the arms out to the side. Press the backs of the hands toward each other as you lift the heart. You're lifting from the mid chest, not the lower back, so you shouldn't feel anything in your lower back. Lift from the chest. All right, let's do that again. Fingertips to the shoulders. Soften the shoulders down, elbows draw toward each other, chin to the chest, round your back with an exhale. So draw that belly in, get rid of all the air. And then when you're ready, inhale, lengthen, open, blossom like that crocus flower. Lift the head, lift the heart. And last one, come to cat. Elbows press, chin to the chest. Inhale, blossom. Nice, good. Open that chest and come back to neutral. Shake those shoulders out. Okay, pressing toward heaven and pushing down toward earth. So we're pushing with that right hand. So spread the fingers wide, flex the hand. So we're getting some stretch in the back of the wrist to press down as if you're pushing your hand, making a palm print into the earth. And then hold on to that tray and press the tray up toward the ceiling. So you're pushing the tray into the ceiling. So keep the spine long, we're not tilted, we're pressing and reaching. And then see if you can grow the space between your ribs on that right side a little bit more. So stretch, stretch, stretch. We're gonna pause here and push, push, push down with the other hand. Feel that stretch across the shoulder. If the shoulder's not willing, you can always bring fingertips to shoulders and do what you can here, but still stretch from the mid body. And switch. Find that stretch, open those ribs, reach the arm long, reach the fingers long, stretch the fingers wide. One more time each way. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, hands to the shoulder, inhale, stretch and lengthen. Good, and back to center. Now we're gonna go forward like a rope pull. I want you to imagine you're going up that steepest mountain you've ever walked up. You got a rope. So you got that right arm, you're gonna reach that rope and you're gonna pull yourself up. Elbow goes back and then reach the other arm forward. Pull, so really stretch, get as far as you can on that rope and push that other elbow back. So we're reaching long with the fingertips, pushing back with the elbow back behind us, all right? So you're getting some shoulder blade action here too. All right, stretch and stretch, good. Oh, that one feels so good. One more time each way. For me, might not for you. I want to tell you what you feel in your body. I should never do that. Now go diagonally. Stretch over across the body. The other arm kind of just can hang back there. We're focused on the diagonal stretch. And go as far as maybe you need to keep it shoulder height. Maybe you can take it above your head. You decide that diagonal stretch, but really reach, like it's a little bit out of your grasp, but your life depends on it. If you don't grab that, you're going to slide back down the hill. Nobody wants that to happen. All right, one more. Good. And getting a little twist in there too, right? All right, shake those shoulders out. Okay, now let's crescent. So hold on to the chair if you choose with those left fingertips. Right arm comes to goalpost, roll the shoulder back, palm faces the ear. So you can stay right here as you crescent. Now what happened to your sit bone? Did it pop up? Press it back down and stretch from your waistline. Stay here or arm goes up. And then you can stay here or arm goes up in line with the ear. Wherever you are, really looking for that stretch in the side body. One more breath. Beautiful. And then turn the torso toward the earth. If it feels better to be dynamic, be dynamic with it. You don't have to stay static. Yep. Good. Nice. And then come back to center. We'll lower that side down. Susan Appletree, does it feel better to be dynamic for you? Or static? Dynamic feel better for you? Okay. Little bit of movement. Yeah, and the shoulder. Okay. All right, let's take that other one. So wherever works for you, fingertips on the shoulder goalpost, turn the palm toward the midline, root the sitting bones down in crescent. Get that stretch along the side slowly now. Slowly, easy does it. Reach the arm to your level of comfort. And just notice how each movement, each extra half an inch, quarter inch, millimeter is something. All right. So if your shoulders not having it, bring the stretch from the mid body and the ribs. Good. Be mindful of that. One more breath here. Good modifications, everybody. And turn the torso toward the earth to get a nice stretch across those back ribs. Beautiful. And then come back to center and back to middle. A little bit of a torso circle from stirring the pot. All right, we're not doing the coffee grinder today. Coffee grinder, remember, is cat-cow with your spine. This one is just the spoon inside the bowl of the pelvis. So the spoon is straight. The spoon handle is straight. It's kind of to realign that spine. All right, find your blocks, please. And we're going to start with a little hamstring stretch. All right, so I like the burrowing one. So we start with the heel on the block with the knee at a 45-degree angle. If I turned sideways, the leg would look like this, and then you're going to slowly slide the foot forward. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, press the heel into the earth. Lengthen your spine and hinge forward, and then slowly start to slide the foot forward. So you're making a little trench with your heel in the blocks. You're going from the end that's closest to you to the end that's closest to the top of your mat. Leg is as straight as feels comfortable for you. Good. A couple more breaths here. Lift back up. Bend the knee. Lengthen the spine. Hinge forward. Slide the heel forward. Toes towards the nose, heel keeps pressing down toward the earth, thigh bone keeps pressing down toward the floor. Keep the leg active and engaged. Good. Not drooping the head and neck are in alignment. Nice. And lift back up. Find your other block, stack them on top of each other. On the outside edge, the right outside edge of your block for a lizard pose. So the block's on the left outside edge. This is your right. This is your right. So the blocks are on the right outside. Right foot is on the blocks. You can stay right here if this is giving you sensation, but you hinge forward and bring your hand onto your forearm onto your knee to support if you're having lower back pain. If your spine is fine, you can bring your hand to your ankle or even place it on the block so the shoulder is in the direction of the knee. So lots of options here. You can also come on the pinky toe side of your foot and take the knee out to the side for a little bit more stretch on the inner thigh. One more breath here. Good. Press back up, grab your blocks and place one in the middle and one on the left side. Scooch over to the right and come to gate pose. So extend your right leg out to the right side. All right. Reach the arms up overhead, get length. Draw that belly in and up. So stretch long. Beautiful. Lower your right arm down and crescent over towards that right side. Here, more opportunity to stretch from that waistline and ribs. Fingertips can be wherever is most comfortable for you. Both arms up overhead or forward, you choose. Lengthen. Lower your left hand down to the chair or the block that you place there if it's available. Right arm comes to your level of comfort. All kinds of options. Very nice. Good. Monitor those shoulders. All right, bring your block with you and keep the leg out. We're going to hinge forward now. So you may need to stack two blocks together to hinge forward. You can make a big I, a T, or you can stack them side by side. All right, hinge forward, get a stretch in the inner thighs. You decide where your blocks are. This is a really nice series to do for a home practice if you enjoy this. It kind of gets all those muscles of your leg, inner and outer thigh. Good, one more breath here. All right, lift back up, bring your feet to a wide forward fold, center your buttocks in the chair. And we'll do a wide forward fold here. So open the knees out as far as is comfortable for you. Press the feet down to the earth, lengthen the spine and hinge forward with a straight spine. Again, going to your level. Maybe the hands rest on the thighs to support the back. You choose. Good. All right. Walk your left foot in and place a block on the inside edge of your left foot. Sit back up. Walk the right foot in. And we're going to flex the foot and put it on the block for figure 4 pose. So the pinky toe side of the foot is on the block. First thing we do is breathe in. Exhale, release the knee down towards the earth. Lengthen the spine and hinge forward. Nice stretch in that outer right thigh, hip. And do this one more time. So inhale, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward. You want to interlace your hands behind your back and stretch the fingers down long, open up the heart. That's an option too, not a have to. Good. Hands back to the thighs, lift back up, and we'll go to the other side now. So bring the block in front of the other leg, the left leg, enough so that the heel, the knee is bent, and the heel can rest on the side of the block closest to you. Lift and lengthen, press the heel into the earth as you hinge forward, and then slowly slide the heel down to the short end of the mat, in the front of the mat. Slowly go to your level. That's your first hamstring stretch of the day. Lift and spread those toes, toes towards the nose. Good. Let go of old stories, right? Lift back up one more time. Heel comes to the closer edge of the block. Lengthen, hinge, press down, slide forward. Keep pressing the entire leg down. Lift and spread the toes, toes toward the nose. Big stretch in that hamstring all the way from the Achilles to the calf to the hamstring. Very nice. All right, lift back up, bring that block with you and stack both of them on the inside edge of the left part of the mat, and stick your left foot up on the block. This may be enough here, but if you're looking for more, hinge forward with your left elbow resting on your left thigh to support the spine, or hand can come lower in the direction of the foot, resting on the block, shoulder pressing into the leg, leg pressing into the shoulder. You can stay right there. You can support your weight with your right forearm on your right thigh too. And then if you'd like to open up more through the inner thigh, come on the pinky toe side of your foot, take that leg out to the side. So if you're in a hurry, you can skip figure 4 and just do this, and that will get that outer hip stretched for you. One more breath. Good. Lift back up. Bring your blocks with you. One in the middle, one on the right side. Shimmy on over to the left and extend that leg out to the left side. The foot goes wherever the knee and hip are most comfortable, so you decide. But I'm trying to get my left buttock to hang off the chair a bit just to make room for my inner thigh. All right, lengthen. Reach the arms to wherever is comfortable for you. Could be a big V, could be a T, you decide. Big breath in here. Lower your left hand down, crescent over. Root down through that right side. So press the foot in, use the sitting bone presses into the floor, lift and lengthen through that mid torso section. And come back to center. Right hand goes to the chair or the block. And left fingertips come to the shoulder or up or over, upper in line with the ear. Really get that stretch in that hip region too, that whole psoas region. It's a nice stretch there. Pause, lengthen, breathe. Good. Bring the block with you, come back to center and place the block in the center as an I, a T, or together, you decide. Lengthen, hinge from your hip. Try to press the sitting bones back, get that stretch in the inner thigh. You can support your weight on your right thigh with your right hand. Blocks. It feels good. Should feel good, right? Yeah, I hope so. One more breath. Nice. All right, grab your, place your blocks on the inside edge of, oh wait, wide forward fold. So walk that foot back in, nice wide forward fold, center your buttocks back in the middle. Hands on the thighs, hinge forward. And then if you want to reach for the blocks, you can reach for the blocks in whatever height you want. Try not to droop the head. Keep the core strong. Press the feet into the earth. What happens then? Press the sitting bones into the chair. Lengthen through your spine. Hinge forward more. Nice. All right. Now stack the blocks on the inside edge of your right foot. Lift back up and flex the left foot. Put the pinky toe side of the left foot on the blocks. Lengthen and hinge forward. Now we're getting that left outer hip. What happened to your face? Your face soft. Lift back up, breathe in. And one more time, exhale, hinge forward. Nice. Keep pressing the feet in, the sitting bones down, and shoot like a rocket. The spine lengthens. All that stretch is so good for the body, even so good for the gut too. Remember last week? Lift back up and move those blocks out of the way. But don't take them too far. We're going to use them in a second. Sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand. As many times as you want, up to 7, 8, 9, as many as we have time for while I adjust the camera. So feet are behind the knees, hands on the thighs. Don't forget the core. Do that by pushing the feet into the earth. Hinge forward, nose over toes. Hands can be on the thighs, across the chest, or reach forward as you push the feet into the earth and come to standing. To sit down, shift the weight to the heels of the feet. You're light on the tiptoes. Bend the knees, sink the sitting bones back, and sit down without a plop. All right, so do a few more of those if you could. One of the options would be, some people like to scoop. right? And some people like to take the feet wide. That feels better. And there are some of us who just want to do as if you're standing. Don't actually stand up, but recruit all the muscles it takes to sit stand. I'll be right back. Keep doing it. No cheating. Okie doke. All right, we'll meet in, there you go. Good. I like the modification, Pauline. We'll meet in the chair facing forward with the blocks on the seat of the chair. So you can see it's almost the height of the back of the chair. If you know today that your back is really struggling today and you don't want to fold forward as deep as the blocks or the seat of the chair, then please feel free to use the back of your chair. All right, but we're going to have that ready for us. Let's shake everything out. Right, we shake off the old stories of who we thought we were. My husband, I think, still thinks I'm that person he married almost 7 years ago. You know, that I haven't changed at all. And I keep having to remind him I'm a different person. I don't know. Okay. Come to mountain pose. Feet are connected to the earth. Heart is lifted, shoulders back, palms facing forward, and taking the arms up overhead to your level of comfort. I always say your level of comfort because I want you to do what feels good in your body. So wherever you are in Urdhva Asanasana or mountain pose, upward arm mountain pose, I want you to press the feet into the earth and lengthen the spine. So imagine that somebody's holding the bottom and top of your spine and just growing it a little bit taller. And then we're going to do that rope pull up. So pull up, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm pulling that rope up. So I'm trying to climb a rope up and stretch through the one side of the body and then switch. So the knees can bend a little bit, move the feet, just pull that rope, slowly stretch. If you feel something that feels like a good stretch right there, just pause and enjoy it. Get those stretches in, lengthen. Oh, now can you press up toward heaven, press down toward earth with the same type of movement? And one more time each way. Breathe in, get that, reoxygenate those stretched up tissues. Good. Very nice. All right. Oh, feel so much longer all through here. Now we're going to work the back body through pranam. All right. So that's just a nice fluid movement of forward folding. So your options are back of the chair, blocks on the chair, seat of the chair, or blocks on the floor. Just don't dangle. Do something. Hold on to something. Let's practice one forward fold first. See how it feels today. So getting close to the chair. Soften the knees. Shift the weight to the fronts of the feet. Hinge forward from the hips. Keep the spine long. And then bring the hands to wherever you decide your forward fold will feel good in your body. And now we get to allow the crown of the head to release toward the floor. Now take your awareness to the tops of your thigh bones where they attach to your sitting bones, like the hamstring. I want you to think about, with your muscle energy, press the tops of the thigh bones back. Press, press, press back. Feel that nice stretch where the hamstring attaches to the sitting bone. And then start to straighten the knees to wherever is comfortable for you. That feels like a stretch, but doesn't round your back, doesn't turn you into a little turtle. All right, so keep shooting the sitting bones back. Press the hands into the floor, into the chair, the blocks, whatever. Use that to help you really lengthen that spine. All right, bend the knees a lot. Hands come onto the thighs. Press back up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead. Grow your spine again. So imagine somebody's stretching that spine, lengthen. Full breath in, and then exhale, forward fold. Hands on the thighs, the back of the chair, the blocks, whatever. Press back through the tops of the thigh bones. Crown of the head reaches toward the floor. Feel that length in your hamstring. Bring a little weight to the fronts of your feet. One more breath. Come halfway up from wherever you were. So we call this lengthening, lifting the heart. So lift and lengthen, get longer and taller.
And then from your hip creases, hinge forward again. Ooh, big stretch in those hamstrings. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lengthen. And exhale, hinge forward. We're trying to keep the weight on the fronts of the feet so we keep our hips in line with our ankles. That's the way to do that. All right, bend the knees a lot, hands on the thighs, press the hands into the thighs to come to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, lengthen the spine again. Draw the belly in and up, palms together, hands down to the heart. Take a breath in. All right, come to goalpost now. I'm going to do some eagle arms. So the feet are a happy distance apart. Press the feet into the earth, lengthen. Bring fingertips together, heel of the hand and elbows pressed toward each other. This can be your eagle arms. Or if you choose, lift that right elbow on top of the left elbow and bring the backs of the hands together. Squeeze toward the midline. Try to keep the elbows lifted and in line with the shoulder. Lower the chin to the chest. Keep squeezing toward the midline. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breath in here. And then can you lift the chin, gently take the arms to the right as you look over your left shoulder, just a tiny bit, nothing dramatic. And then back to center. Take your arms to the left, look over your right shoulder, just a little bit. Shoulder should be building up some heat now. And then lower the arms down, flap your wings, shake them out, hummingbird style, and we'll go to the other side. So we had right over top of left. Now we're going to take the other one, left over top of right, or fingertips, heel of the hand, elbows pressed. That's a great way to do eagle pose, or slide left over top of right, bring the backs of the hands together, keep the elbows lifted, chin in the direction of the chest, squeeze toward the midline, keep the core strong, press, press, press. And then a little bit of turn toward elbows toward the right, look over the left shoulder. Back to center and switch. Elbows to the left, look over the right shoulder. And back to center, release the arms down, flap them out, shake them out. All right, back to our wide forward fold, but we're gonna do a wide forward fold this time. So we're gonna take our feet nice and wide, all right? They're as wide as you wanna take them. And same type of thing where your hands can go wherever they want. So lengthen, hinge forward with a nice straight spine. Bring your hands to the back of the chair, the seat of the chair, or blocks on the floor. Just keep the spine long. Now from here, wobble. So I want you to keep the legs straight, but send the right hip to the right. Get an accentuated stretch in your left hamstring and your left inner thigh. So what I'm doing from the back side is wobbling. So the legs are straight, but I'm wobbling the hip side to side. Just sending my hips to the right and to the left. And the slower you do this, the more stretch you get in that inner thigh. Okay, one more time each way. Wobble, wobble, wobble. That feel good on the inner thigh. And the pelvis just gets a little bit of freedom. All right, now make sure that you are at least halfway lifted. Right hand on the block, left hand on the hip, and then a gentle twist with the toward the left. So that left elbow is pressed back, shoulder is back, little twist. Good for the digestion, right? And then come back to center. Place the left hand on the block, right hand on the hip. Lengthen the spine, gentle twist to the right. The elbow presses back. Good. And back to center. Good. Soften your knees, hands on the thighs. Press back up and heel toe walk your feet back together. Now spread your blocks side by side on your seat chair. I'm going to show you what you're getting into before you get into it, because we've never done this before. But this is a big shoulder opener, which is why we did eagle, why we did hamstrings, why we've been working on the back. To try to get into this forearm downward dog. Now, it might not feel good, so I want to show you first, and then you, instead of with your forearms, you can use your hands, okay? But what it looks like is hinging forward, bending the knees a lot. Watch first. Bring the forearms onto the blocks, but then take them out to the side. So you're actually got your forearms like this on the blocks, and you're gonna bring your head between them. So forearms are on the blocks, elbows out, crown of the head releases toward the floor, and then start to walk the feet back just a little bit. And you get this huge stretch in your spine and in your shoulders. All right, so your modifications would be just to do like an L pose, or hands on the blocks, and a downward dog with the hands on the blocks. Or you can try this forearm stretch, okay? So why don't we try it with our hands first, all right? And that was kind of dumb. Bring your hands on the blocks or the back of the chair. Walk your feet back, and then bend the knees a lot. Bring the head in the direction between the upper arms and feel that stretch in the back. See if that feels okay. This is your downward facing dog. You're more of an L. This is considered an inversion pose. Keep your core strong, so draw the front body to the back body. And then slowly walk the feet forward. Bring the hands onto the thighs, press back up to standing. And now we're going to try. If that didn't feel good, don't do it again. If it felt really good and you want to try the forearm downward dog, it's going to be, you know, palm over palm or hand over forearm. The more you get in there, the little bit more of a challenging it is. So, all right, hinge forward. Bring the forearms, bend your knees a lot. Bring the forearms onto the blocks. Stick your elbows out. So if you need to do more over palm, hand over hand, hand on forearm or elbow to elbow. That's kind of squishy there. And then bring the head between the upper arms. Keep the knees bent a lot. Big stretch in that spine, length of the spine, under the arms. Take a breath. Let's see, you guys, that's hard. I don't really see hardly anybody. A little bit. Okay, one more breath. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Hands on the thighs, press up to standing. Whew, that's a lot on the lower back. So a little bit of loose coat sleeves. All right, let's release the shoulders and the lower back. And your breath. Very nice. All right, slow that down. Okay, let's get into a little bit of goddess. So you can turn your chair around if you need the support of the chair or would like the support of the chair. I don't always need it. Sometimes it just feels good to have it. And take a moderately wide stance, about as wide as the mat, with your toes facing 45 degrees out. Hands on the chair or the hips, roll the shoulders back. Full breath in, bend the knees, track the knees over the feet. All right, into your goddess legs. Let's work the pelvis floor a little bit. So release the pelvic floor as if you're allowing the flow of urine. And then as you exhale, pull all that in and up. Inhale. Release the pelvic floor and exhale, draw that all in and up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, release, blossoming like those cherry blossoms. Exhale, squeeze in and up like a bud. One more time, exhale, blossom. Inhale, inhale, blossom. Exhale, squeeze it in. Now hands on the thighs, come back to your goddess legs, and we're going to bring that right shoulder to the left knee. So you should feel a good stretch on the side of the back side of the body. Come back to center, other direction. Good. Breathe in, lengthen, exhale one more time each way. Good. Inhale and exhale, left shoulder toward the right knee. Good. And back to center again. And reach the arms up overhead, palms together, hands down toward the heart. Good. Heel to walk your feet back in. All right. And let's do a little bit of core strengthening here now. So we're going to face the chair, the arm of the back of the chair, or use a wall. Okay. We're going to do opposite arm leg movement here with a little bit of tushy work too. All right. So
Hinge forward a little bit and send your left foot back behind you, holding on to the chair. Squeeze the back left glute, and then we're just either going to tap forward and back if that's better for your standing leg. Do not crunch the lower back, but just slowly lift and lower that back leg. Really squeezing the back glute, pressing back with the thigh bones. Press the thigh bone back, squeeze the glute. A couple more here. And if you feel balanced and you want to challenge your balance, you can reach the right arm forward. Let's do 3 more. 1 and 2, 3, and then pause here. And if you choose, hinge forward just a bit into your warrior 3. Keep the core strong, head, hips, knees, and toes all facing down, and then lower that down. Take your feet wide, make some big circles with your hips. One way and then the other way. Good. All right, let's go the other side. So shift your weight to your left legs, take those right toes back, step forward and back. Every time you step back, still give a good squeeze with that glute. Squeeze and squeeze, or lift and press, squeeze, good. Pressing back behind you, Not out to the side so much, back behind you for this one, strengthening the glute. There you go. If you choose, reach the left arm forward. And then lastly, if you want, hinge forward into a modified warrior 3 here. Hips, toes, and knees all pointing down. One more breath, keep the core strong. And release that. Again, makes hands on the hips, knees bend, everything's going in big circles here. Release all that. Okie doke. All right. And let's do a nice dynamic warrior pose. So you got the chair here. Take a nice wide stance, maybe a little bit wider than you did with your goddess. I'm going to start with the left toes facing under the chair, the right heel kicking back, and the collarbones facing forward. So lengthen through your spine first. Exhale, take a bend to the front knee stacks over the ankle, and then use your inner thigh muscle to open that knee out to the back pinky toe side of your foot just a bit more. Reach the arms out to the side, plug the head of the arm bone into the shoulder, and look over your left fingertips, warrior 2. We're going to do a little dance here as we turn the palms up, straighten the knee, and then reach the arms up overhead, gaze between the hands if your balance feels steady. Big breath here, and then keep the palms open. As you bend the knee, palms face forward, thumbs up. Now we're going to do an archer. So find that right hand. Right hand's going to sweep around the body and tap the left hand, and then pull that bow and arrow string across the body and open out to the side again. So we're going to do that 2 more times as a flow. So inhale, hands reach up overhead, knee straightens, eye gaze goes between the hands. Exhale, keep the palms facing forward, thumbs up, bend the front knee. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hand to hand, sweep it over, pull that right finger, that right bow and arrow string all the way out and straight. Beautiful. And the last time, inhale, arms reach up overhead, knee straightens. Exhale, come to warrior 2, palms face forward, thumb is up. Exhale, fingertips to the palm. Inhale, pull that bow and arrow string. Straighten the front knee, lower the arms down, turn the feet facing forward, heel toe the feet back to center. Shake it all out. Nice. Okay, switch the chair to the other side if you were using it, or just turn your body around. And take a wide stance. Hands on the hips, spine lengthens. Those right toes turn under the chair, left heel kicks back, collarbones face forward. Full breath in as you grow your spine. Exhale, bend to that front knee, stacks over the ankle, Open up through that inner thigh, squeeze, isometrically scissors the legs away from each other. Breath in as the arms reach out, plug the head of the arm bone in, gaze over your right fingertips. Strong warrior two here. And then we'll pretend like we are little flowers blossoming out of the earth, changing and showing who we really are today. Straighten that front knee, reach the arms up overhead. That crocus blossom is coming out of the earth. And then exhale, come back to warrior two. Find that left hand, bring the left hand to the right palm. Pull the bow and arrow string, inhale. Good, reach the arms up overhead again. Straighten the front knee, gaze between the hands if you can. And then exhale, arms come back down to warrior two, arms but palms facing forward. And then sweep that left hand to the right hand, pull the bow and arrow string. Last time, inhale, arms overhead, eye gaze lifts, leg is straight, spine is long. Exhale, bend the knee, arms come to hip, shoulder height, and then fingertips to that right palm, pull the string. Come back to your warrior two. Hands to the hips, knees straighten, and heel toe walk your feet back to center. Shake it all out. Okay, all right. Let's come down onto the floor with your strap nearby, okay? I think I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer. Meeting constructive rest, meaning bend your knees, knees pointing toward the sky. Okay. Good. All right. And oh, shoot. Don't do that. I really want to do the Dandasana pose. Right? So you're, oh, is it too late? It's probably too late. That's okay. All right. We've done a lot of hamstring stretching, so that's okay. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Lie down on your back. Rock your knees side to side. And everybody get situated. Good. All right. One knee or both into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. Very nice. And then a full body stretch. Reach the arms up overhead. Breathe in, breathe out. Lower the arms down. Bend the knees again. And then we're going to reach the right arm and left leg up toward the sky. And then switch, alternate opposite arm leg movement. So extend opposite arm leg toward the sky. Stretch and lengthen as much as you can with this. And then if you choose, instead of extending toward the sky, you can reach your arm up overhead and extend the leg toward the sky. So one arm's going up overhead. And then the option even from that is to extend the leg toward the short end of the mat, reach the arm up overhead, and just one long side. Switch. And switch one more time each way. And switch. Good. Once you've got opposite arm leg, just stretch again, reach with the heel of the foot along with the fingers and feel that diagonal stretch from across the body. Good. Lower the arm down. Now this, we're going to do a banana crescent. So if your spine's a little wonky today, do a Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together and just rest the hands on the thighs and get a nice stretch on the inner thighs. If your spine is okay today, you're going to extend your legs long and then take them as wide as the mat. Keep the right leg where it is and slide the left leg to meet it, keeping your pelvis stationary right in the center of the mat. Take your arms out to goal post. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders, palms are facing up. And see if you can't shimmy your torso over towards the right side, and you'll start to feel a stretch in the left side of your body. Now you can stay right here or extend your left arm over top of your head. So you're almost framing your head with your left arm. And then another option is to take your left ankle and cross it over your right ankle. And that is a humongous stretch in that left side body, especially where the pelvis and the ribs, that space between the pelvis and the ribs and along the IT band of the thigh. So again, your options are to stay in Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together and the knees apart, because this is a lot on the spine too. And just breathe into this for a moment, really stretch and lengthen. Make every breath a little bit different with the stretch. So if you can just lengthen and try to make that waistline just a teeny bit longer. One more breath here. If you're feeling tight on one side or the other, this is a really good one to try. All right, if your ankles are crossed, uncross your ankles, lower your arm back down and shimmy your torso first, and then bend your knees. We're going to realign the spine. So bring the knees back in the direction of the chest, rock side to side. All right, if you've been doing Baddha Konasana, now instead just bring the hands onto the tops of the knees and row your knees. Just go one direction, then the other, okay? If you are going to do banana crescent on the other side, come down to a nice extended legs, your feet as wide as the mat. Now we're going to slide the right foot to the left foot, arms come to goal post, shimmy your torso toward the left side of your mat, stay here or bring your right arm up over your head, frame your head, and then the other option is to cross the right ankle over top of the left ankle. A nice stretch on that right side body. Try to keep your pelvis level if you can, keeping the buttocks connected to the earth, trying to keep that pelvis always stationary in the center of the mat. Find your beautiful breath. Let that space between the hips and ribs get a little bit longer with each breath. Breathe into those spaces that feel tight, band-like. Wow, opening between each and every rib and along the side of the thigh. Stay here longer if you like, but if you feel ready, take your arm away from your head, uncross your ankles, shimmy your torso back to center, bring your legs back to the middle, bend your knees, draw your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a little hug. All right, and lower the feet down toward the floor. Now, those of you who need to leave on time, go ahead and turn off the video and do a nice Shavasana, all right? Those of you who want to do a little extended practice, we're going to continue on now with Supta Padangusthasana, which is using your strap, okay? We're going to stretch out through the hamstring. So grab your strap if you could. And bring that right foot into the chest. Now, I'll first take it over to the right shoulder. So the strap is around the ball of the foot, not around the arch of the foot, because there's different receptors there. So around the ball of the foot, let the pinky be free. Draw the knee in the direction of the right shoulder to plug the head of the leg bone in. And then extend your leg long. So it doesn't have to be high, it's just long, all right? Now, can you walk your arms up the strap a little bit, unlike what we normally do? Keep the leg not high, but straight. and your arms are straight, and you're trying to really stretch across the back of the shoulders by using the tension of the leg to help stretch those arms. So keep walking them up a little bit. More breath here. Feel that nice stretch across the shoulders. And now bend your elbows, soften your shoulders down, and then lift the leg up to whatever is comfortable for you. All right. We're going to do some internal and external rotation with the leg now. So extend your left leg long if that's right. If it doesn't feel good, keep it bent. Put both straps into your right hand and wrap the strap around the inside edge of your foot, both pieces of the strap around the inside edge of your calf, and bring it around to the outside edge. Flex your foot so you're like as if you're standing on the floor. Then from the top of the leg bone, we're going to internally rotate the leg. We're not going to move it side to side. We're just going to internally rotate it. So use a strap to help turn your leg inward. So if your toes were pointing at 12, now they're pointing at maybe 11 o'clock. And use the strap to help with that internal rotation. All right. Keep flexing the foot and you'll get a huge stretch across the outside edge of your calf. Good. All right, release that. Bring the strap back to the middle. And now wrap it around the outside edge of your calf, finding it onto the inside. All right. From the top of your thigh bone, not your ankle, rotate the entire leg so it rotates. So now your toes and your knee are pointing at 1 o'clock. All right. So you're giving it a little assistance with the strap. And if you can maintain that without the help of the strap, that'll help to strengthen that internal and external rotation, those muscles. All right. So just hold it if you need to, but if you can kind of release the pressure on the strap, once you get it in place, see if you can just let it, the strength of your leg, hold that there. My leg's shaking. Now, this is not something we do in the normal course of a day, right? Good. And then come back to center and unwind the strap, bend your knee, get a little nourishment back into that blood flow. And then we'll take it out to the right side. So extend it back up and hold the strap into your right hand and place your left hand on your left hip point so you know you're not rotating your pelvis. And then go ahead and take the right leg out to the right side. Your hand is on your pelvis to keep your hip points, to give you a reminder, a little feedback that, have I lifted my butt up and now I'm just rotating my pelvis, or am I really stretching the inner thigh? So the hip points should be pointing straight up toward the sky. I'm cheating. I got my foot on the wall. I ran out of space. I could move over, I guess. All right, one more breath here. And then use the strength of your leg to lift the leg back up. Put both straps into your right hand. Now we're going to let that right buttock come up off the earth. So let it come up off the earth, but see if it's possible to encourage the right shoulder to release down toward the earth. If that hurts your back, don't do it. But it's going to create this nice twist in your spine, as well as a stretch across the top outer thigh. And if you flex your foot and draw the toes towards your nose with the assist of the strap, you'll find a huge stretch in the outer component of your right leg. All right, bring that leg back to center, bend the knee, and we're going to switch sides. So now place the strap on the left ball of the foot. Draw the knee toward the left shoulder to plug that leg in. And then with your arms straight, let the leg go not high, but straight, and try to get a shoulder stretch. All right. So first we're going to just let the shoulders, the fingertips walk up the strap and get a nice stretch across the back of the shoulders. Done a lot of rope pull today, so just a good stretch for those.
And now soften your elbows back down to your side. Lift the leg up higher if it's available. Try to keep the leg straight. If the leg bent, go lower to the point where your leg stays straight and only lift it as high as it can stay straight, because that way you'll get the full benefit of the stretch. If you want to extend your right leg long, go ahead. That'll help stretch the psoas. And now let's work on a little internal and external rotation. So put both straps into your right hand and take them to the inside of your leg. Bring them straps back to the outside. Flex your foot a lot and then use the strap from the top of the leg bone to internally rotate. So your left toes are pointing at 12. Now they're pointing at 1. Keep flexing the foot to experience that stretch across the outer leg. Find your breath, breathe into those places and spaces to help just nourish those tissues. And if you can release the hold of the strap and allow the muscle energy of the leg to keep that rotation, yay for you. But if you need the assistance of the strap, yay for you too. Honor your body. That's a big stretch. I can really feel that. All right, come back to center. Take the strap now around the outside edge of your leg. Bring it to the inside. Keep flexing the foot. From the top of the leg bone, rotate the whole leg, including, so it's one piece, all right? We're not just turning the ankle, we're rotating from the top of the leg bone. So the toes and the knees, everything are now pointing at 11 o'clock. And notice where you feel the sensation. Notice how different the internal and external rotations feel. That's that inner awareness, that interoception, letting the body experience the sensation. Letting go of stories, letting go of shoulda, woulda, couldas, why can't I, blah, blah, blah. Just be present with what is, that stability. All right, come back to center. All right, put the straps in your left hand. Right hand goes on the right hip point. We don't want that hip to rotate. Take the leg out to the right side. The hip point stay pointing forward. You may not go as low once you realize the buttock came up. Adjust it if you need to. Keep the pelvis connected to the earth. And remember, if you have instability with your sacroiliac joint, keep your opposite foot on the floor with your knee bent and take your knee out to the side so you create equal leverage on both sides of your leg, of your pelvis. For some people, that feels better. So those of you who do Baddha Konasana, that's a good warm up for this. All right, use the strength of your leg to lift the leg back up. Put the strap in your right hand. Now let the left buttock come up off the earth, but the left shoulder can reach for the earth if that feels good and stable. Flex the foot, feel that stretch on the outer aspect of that leg. Those IT bands are super, super strong, super, super tight. We're not trying to stretch them, we're trying to stretch the structures around them. One more breath. Good. Bring that back to center. Bend the knee. Take the strap off. Move it out of the way. Give yourself a little hug. Realign the spine. Lower the feet down to the floor. Let's just do a little bit of bridge to get the sacroiliac joint back in line. So the feet are as close to the buttocks as is comfortable. With your pelvic tilting awareness, with your clock on your back side and the 12 o'clock is your lumbar spine, press 12 o'clock down. All right, press the backs of the arms into the earth, press the heels of the feet so toes are light, and lift the hips and torso. Squeeze the glutes and press the shins forward isometrically. Feel the strength of the legs, the realignment of the sacroiliac joint. And lower back down. And then just with your own breath, if you like to stay up, stay up. If you like to lift up and down, lift up and down. Easy does it. Don't have to be dramatic with it. Just lifting and lowering, pressing the backs of the arms. Make sure the head's not on a pillow too much so your chin's down towards your chest. Need to keep that neck in alignment with the spine. And always flattening out the lumbar spine, lifting, squeeze the glutes, send the shins forward. Just one more. Lift, hold, pause if you like. And release. Good. Nice full body stretch again. Long and tall. Press out through the heels of the feet, fingertips. Breathe in and breathe out. Lower the arms down. Long. All right, one more.